Don't text him first. He'll think you're desperate.
Follow these steps
You
and
have to
follow
come
these
and
steps.
chase you. Don't be
Follow
so
these
available.
7 steps.
Stop! Okay, stop. No more games. In this video, you're going to learn how to get the authentic and loving relationship you deserve without playing any games or tricks or manipulation. That's right, how to be genuine and authentic with your feelings and have your man love you without having to worry about following dating rules or tricks or manipulation. Don't go anywhere because we're starting right now. Okay, I've heard you and I get it. You're tired of feeling like you need to follow dating rules or play games to get a man to fall in love and commit to a long-term relationship.
I just want to talk about a couple that stand out. Number 6, wait at least 4 hours to answer a guy's first text and a minimum of 30 minutes thereafter.
That sounds like game playing to me. And I've read your comments like this one from Queen Bee who says, I feel like this is a game and if I have to do that to get a man's attention, he isn't the one for me. Yes, I agree. She's right. You shouldn't have to engage in any games or alter or fake your behavior for a man to fall in love with you.
Wait, what? Antonio, you make videos about how to make a man miss you or how to make a man worry about losing you. It sure sounds like you're encouraging us to hide our true feelings. You even say don't initiate text or communication.
Okay, yes, you make a good point. Many of the tips and recommendations I have given you over the past few years seem like I'm teaching you to gamify your dating life. I've even asked you to do the opposite of what you're truly feeling. For example, what Lily said, one of the steps in getting a man to miss you is to stop initiating contact and communication. Stop reaching out to text or call him first. I'm asking you to do that even though you are probably dying to talk to him. So yes, I understand the pushback because following these tips feels unnatural. It feels manipulative and counterintuitive. And I'm sure you agree, dating in today's world is complicated enough. Adding rules to follow or having to fake your behavior just makes things worse. Now, I'll explain those videos shortly, but right now I'm going to explain exactly how you can have the loving and committed relationship you deserve without any of these games or rules and regardless of your situation. It doesn't matter if you're single, it doesn't matter if you're casually dating, and it doesn't matter if you're already in a relationship. This will work for you. So get out a pen and paper and get ready to take notes because it all starts with number 1. Number 1, know yourself and what you want and expect in a partner. I know I'm starting off philosophically here, but this one is very important because it guides your behavior. It guides your standards and expectations, and it helps you recognize your deal breakers. So what do I mean here? Well, knowing yourself means you know your value and what you bring to the relationship. You recognize what you have to offer in terms of friendship and love and support. It also means you know your love language and what you want and need from a partner. It means you know what makes you happy and what makes you feel safe and loved. And this is the first step in establishing your standards and expectation for the relationship. Because knowing yourself means you understand what you cannot or will not tolerate in a partner. Whoa, that was kind of profound. So let me say it with more emphasis. Knowing what you don't want in a partner is even more important than knowing what you do want because it helps you to immediately spot incompatibility early on. So, for an example, if you are a person who loves staying connected and communicating with your partner throughout the day, you certainly aren't going to be happy in a relationship with a man who doesn't need or want daily communication, right? So if a man sucks at keeping in touch or tells you that he isn't good at texting, that's your first sign of incompatibility. So you must know yourself well, and you must promise to respect yourself and not compromise your values and expectations. By the way, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello, and I'm a psychologist and a relationship coach. This channel is all about helping you to build great relationships so you can grow happy together. So hit subscribe, join our community, and make your love life the best part of your life. Okay, on to number 2. Number 2, date with intention. Dating with intention, also known as courting, means that when you begin dating someone, you are clear of your intentions and his intentions from the beginning. And the purpose of dating is to evaluate him as a potential long-term partner or even a husband. And make no mistake about it, if you want a serious, committed, and loving relationship, the dating part must happen.
One date, let's do it.
Why, so I can wear makeup and act perfect all night?
Yeah.
You see, in an ideal situation, two people begin dating and have similar relationship goals and intentions. In this case, one partner's goals are satisfied and reciprocated by the other. They are both authentic with their feelings and comfortable with how the relationship progresses. They are in alignment. However, when couples disagree about the relationship goals, serious problems can arise. So herein lies the problem. Somehow dating with intention or courting has become the exception and not the rule. Dating was once seen as a precursor to marriage, but now it's perfectly acceptable to be dating as an end in itself. That is, as an informal social activity without any commitment or intention. That's why we have situationships, and you have both men and women saying things like, I don't want anything serious, I'm not interested in a committed relationship. And as for the partner who wants a relationship, well, it's almost as if they feel like they're the ones who have to prove themselves worthy and convince the other person that they should be in a relationship. And this is the problem that so many women face today. But it doesn't have to be that way. All of that can be changed, and it starts with shifting your mindset right now and starting to look at dating and relationships as courtship. That means it's important to have the conversation early on. Find out what a man is looking for. And this is the difficult part. If a man tells you he's not looking for anything serious, you must believe him the first time he says it. Instead, what often happens is that people think that they're going to change the other person's mind. Because men say things like, let's just take things one day at a time and see how things go. Let's just have fun. And too often, a man will get all of the benefits of a relationship without having to make any sort of commitment. Now, I'm not implying that he should tell you that he wants a committed relationship with you right away, but if marriage or lifelong partnership is what you want, then you can't just casually date a man who doesn't have the same goals. Number 3, determine if you are emotionally compatible. Believe it or not, you can quickly and directly determine if you are emotionally compatible by assessing his behavior during your first disagreement or fight. In other words, you can quickly figure out how important your well-being is to him and whether or not he will be able to meet your emotional needs. So, how do you do it? Well, it's something that has to happen organically and spontaneously. It's not something you can plan an exact time for. But don't worry, you will know exactly when the time is right to use it, and that's usually when you have your first disagreement. You see, early in a dating relationship, you are likely to experience a disagreement or feel hurt or bothered by something your man has said or done, or by something that he failed to do. And the first time you are disappointed or hurt or angry with him, you are going to use this emotional intimacy test. And here's what you do. When you are hurt or disappointed, you are going to effectively communicate your feelings and needs specifically, assertively, and unapologetically. And then you will sit back, assess, and judge his reaction. That's right. When you authentically and vulnerably share your disappointment or that you were hurt or offended, you are going to pay attention to the way he responds to your feelings. Now, this is the most important part of the video. Don't be afraid to express your needs, your thoughts, and your feelings to your man. Too often we censor ourselves for different reasons, like we don't want to sound too eager or needy, or we believe it's too soon to raise a certain topic. Essentially, that's hiding your true feelings behind a fabricated, perfect partner personality. That's trying to become the person you think will be most impressive to your new partner. No, please don't do that. Instead, you must be yourself and let the cards fall where they may. And let me tell you why. See, when you express your authentic feelings and needs, you've just set up the perfect litmus test of his capacity to meet your needs. His reaction to your authenticity and vulnerability in real time is far more telling than anything he could say to you. So let me give you a specific example to help you understand what to do. Now, let's say you've been dating a guy for 3 to 4 weeks. You really like him and you feel like there's some potential here. So you're interested in him and excited about him. Okay, so you're on a date with him on a Thursday night, and at the end of the wonderful date, he asks you if you're free on Saturday and if you would like to have dinner with him. You say, sure, that sounds great. Then he says, okay, I'll call you tomorrow, Friday, and we'll plan the date. Well, the next day comes and goes and you don't hear from him at all. And I don't know about you, but if that happened to me, I would be waiting for his call all day and I would be very upset. I mean, I know I'm sensitive, but I believe that if a person tells you they're going to do something, they should do it. And if they don't, they should be coming to you with an explanation in advance too. Okay, so you don't hear from him all of Friday and you're disappointed. Then Saturday comes and in the afternoon he calls you and tells you that he will pick you up at 6 p.m. for dinner. Boom, this is the perfect setup to see if you are emotionally compatible. So when you are at dinner with him, you're going to share how you felt authentically, specifically, assertively, and unapologetically. You might say something like this: I need to feel confident and connected in this relationship. When you tell me that you're going to call me on a specific day and then you don't, I miss you a lot and I feel insecure. When you tell me something, I need to be able to know you're going to follow through. That's right, you're going to put it out there just like that. You are expressing your needs in an assertive and non-apologetic way. And that's super important. You are going to assertively state your needs without apologizing for having them. They are your feelings and they are valid. Then you're going to sit back and judge his response and find out how important your well-being is to him. So you just communicated a need specifically and shared an expectation. Now he has the opportunity to respond. And when he does, you're going to carefully judge his reaction while paying attention to the following. Does he try to understand your concerns? Does he get uncomfortable with the increased intimacy that your emotional disclosure brings? Does he take your concerns seriously, or does he try to invalidate your feelings or belittle you or make you feel stupid for having those feelings? Does he say things like, "You're too sensitive" or "too needy"? Does he dodge what you've just told him? Is he acting defensive, or is he really trying to find ways to be helpful? You see, if you express your feelings and your needs and your man tries to evade them or acts defensively or makes you feel foolish or needy, then you should see this as a huge red flag of problems to come. This is a huge sign of emotional incompatibility, and it may be time to reevaluate the relationship altogether. But it's certainly not time to argue your point, because this is part of his character. This tells you so much about him, and it's not good. Now, on the other hand, if he's responsive and genuinely concerned about your happiness and helping to reassure you, it's likely you are emotionally compatible with him. And that's a great thing, because you will feel so relieved by knowing how strongly he feels about you. And this will strengthen the trust and the bond between you. So, those are the first 3 prerequisites. Know what you want and expect in a relationship, date with intention, and determine that you are emotionally compatible. If you have those 3, you should be well on your way, right? Well, almost. Unfortunately, in today's world, dating and relationships have become very complicated. They often have the tendency to go off the rails. And men sometimes start to pull away or change when they know how you really feel. And that's when some of my previous videos become relevant, because sometimes men need to be gently reminded of your value and importance in their life. Now, I know I'm way over the ideal length for a YouTube video, so I'm going to have to continue this topic in my next video. It should be out within the next 7 days. So if you found this video helpful, you don't want to miss the second half. So be sure that you are subscribed and have all notifications turned on by hitting the bell below. Then you will be alerted when the second half drops. I can't wait to see you in the next video.